Writers, it's Miss Turner. Yesterday, we got started on writing a narrative writing, and I introduced to you 4 steps in order to make your narrative writing the best that it can be. Let's look at our chart to remember these steps. That's right. Remember, writers do those 4 steps in order to make their writing the best that it can be. They first look at a picture to help remind them of a story that they can tell. Then they think about the story and think about the details. They think about who was there, what was happening, and where were they at. Once they've thought about that, they have to bring what they're thinking out into the open by telling those around them, right? After you've told somebody, the last step is to write it just like you told them. Those were our 4 steps that we discussed yesterday. And yesterday we just did random pictures. But today I want to make it about you at home. So we're going to do this by first following our steps. So first step, we need a picture. So let me see if I can find a picture and I'll get back to you. All right, I got a picture and let me show it to you right there. I've got my picture and now on to the second step. Think. I've got to think, what story does this picture remind me of? Let me think. They're both waking up out of bed and they're starting off their day doing something. Have I done the same thing? I have. You know what? We both have. We both have been doing school from home. And I don't know about you, but I have a lot of stories to tell you about one of my days from doing school at home. So I've thought about it. I've got the details in my brain. Now, on to the third step. Writers, I've got to tell you, right? Because you're not mind readers, right? So are you ready to hear my story? Here it goes. On my first day of doing school at home, I woke up and I brushed my teeth. Then I went to my computer and I replied to some of my students' writing. After I was done, I ate some lunch and decided to go back on my computer. While I was doing some more work on my computer, time flew by fast. And when I looked up, it was time for dinner. Finally, I ate dinner, and after dinner, I was tired, so I decided to go to bed. Not bad, right? So I told you my story, and now it's on to the last step. The way I told you is the way I write it. So now, wait just a second while I write it just like I told you. I'm back, and I'm done writing it the same way that I told it to you. So now it's time to show you my writing. I'll put it on a screen, and you can follow along as I read it. All right? Here we go. On my first day of school at home, I woke up and brushed my teeth. Then I went to my computer and replied to some of my students' writing. After I was done, I ate lunch and decided to go back on the computer. While I was doing some more work on my computer, time flew by fast. When I looked up, it was time for dinner. Finally, I ate dinner, and after dinner, I was tired, so I decided to go to bed. Not bad, right, writers? So today I've reminded you by showing you another example of how to do the 4-step process to writing a narrative story. Let's review. The first step is writers look at a picture to help them remember a story. Second step, they think about that story. They think about who was there, what they were doing, and where it happened. Then on to the third step. We've got to get it from our brain out into the open. And you do this by telling those around you. After doing that, we're on to the last step. We write it just like we told it. And when we're done with that, we've written the best story we've ever written. Let's look at our chart. All right, time to wrap it up. It's now time for you to do the same thing that you did yesterday, just with a new story. You had the same picture that I used today, and I'll put it up right here. So there's the picture. The task for you today is to write about one of your days of doing school at home. When you're done with that, take a picture of it and put it down below so that your teacher can see your hard work. Happy writing, and don't forget to keep building those writing muscles.